CLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens, and download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com.
Hey, this is Andrew Morgan, reminding you that we're here for all of your legal needs. Give us a call at 829-1429.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Florida is the focus of the presidential campaign today, 5 days to Election Day. President Trump spent the night at his Mar-a-Lago resort and holds a rally in Tampa this afternoon. Joe Biden has an event in Broward County, Florida, at around the same time.
Mr. Biden then himself travels to Tampa for another event. Early voting in person continues until Sunday in Florida, and mail-in ballots are still being accepted. Florida is worth 29 votes in the Electoral College.
Fox's Evan Brown. What was Hurricane Zeta has been moving through Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia this morning after making landfall in Louisiana.
Zeta was a powerful storm that blew through New Orleans here in a matter of a couple of hours. And the mayor says one person is dead here, electrocuted by a downed power line. And EMS could not get to that person quickly enough because the line was still active. Hundreds of thousands of people were without power. Many still are. And here in New Orleans, lots of wind damage.
Fox's Matt Finn. America's listening to Fox News.
This news is sponsored by Lee University. Expect something great.
The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at loganthompsonlaw.com. Good morning. It is a Thursday morning, the 29th day of October. Good morning to all of you. And we're actually going to begin with a severe weather update right now.
This is a severe weather update.
Right, this morning we are on a very different schedule because of inclement weather. And this report brought to you by McIntyre and Associates Insurance, Bradley County, Cleveland City Schools, running on a 2-hour delay this morning. We are under a flash flood watch at this time. 2-hour delay, Bradley County and Cleveland City. Athens City is closed outright, as is McMinn County Schools, all closed today. Meigs County, the site of so much tragedy, they are closed today. Teachers are reporting. Polk County and Ray County both running on a 2-hour delay. And Hamilton County Schools running on a 2-hour delay this morning. So that is a peek into what is happening with our school systems today. Now let's get to the news and local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. I do want to point out we're going to be hearing from the Republican nominee for United States Senate, Bill Hagerty, by phone any minute. So we'll make that part of our local and state newscast here in the 7 a.m. hour. The Meigs County School System and the Tennessee Highway Patrol have released more information on the tragedy that claimed the lives of the young student and a bus driver and injured 7 others. The State Highway Patrol said that at 3:45 on Tuesday, a service electric utility vehicle driving on Highway 58 in Decatur, the driver ran off the side of the road, overcorrected to get back on the road, and then lost control. The Highway Patrol says the vehicle went into oncoming traffic and crashed into that Meigs County School Bus 12-1. A preliminary report by the Highway Patrol released Wednesday identified the bus driver as 53-year-old Lisa Dillard of Birchwood. The State Highway Patrol said the other driver, Terry Trammell, was also injured. At this time, Terry Trammell faces no charges, and the State Highway Patrol says it was an active investigation. An update to the previous information. This is an update now. 32 people were on board at the time on the school bus at the time of the crash, including Dillard. A mix of ages on the bus as it has cross routes from elementary, middle, and high schools in Meigs County. As the director of Meigs County Schools, Glenn Baker, said students were age 7 and up in the high school. And now as Clinton Baker, the director of Meigs County Schools, held a press conference yesterday. Let's get a clip from that press conference.
At this time, the only information that we have on the students is that they remain in the hospital. There's 4 in the hospital at this time, and they remain in stable condition. We have one student who was listed last night as critical but stable, and I do not have specific information on any student conditions beyond that. I will say this, everyone's hearts and minds and thoughts and prayers are with the families and children of the affected, and especially those that lost loved ones. We ask that, as we have in the last 18 hours or so, we ask that folks pray that God's grace, His amazing grace, and His love and comfort will surround those families. We know that students, faculty, and community will be affected by this event in many different ways for a long period of time. And it's important in addressing this that we return to normalcy as soon as we can. And as we were leaving Meigs South earlier today, a young first grade student was there to talk and was leaving the building with his grandmother. And he stopped and looked up to his teacher and said, "I'm coming to school tomorrow, and I'm riding the bus." So.
Clint Baker, the director of Meigs County Schools, speaking in a press conference yesterday at Meigs County Schools. State officials say the state has broken its record for early and absentee voting combined 3 days even before early voting ends for the election on Tuesday Election Day. Today is the last day of early voting. Secretary of State Trey Hargett's office says more than 1.8 million Tennesseans voted early as of Monday, and this once again is a 40% increase in votes cast at this point from 2016. Yesterday in Bradley County, 2,402 people voted in Bradley County alone. And on the next to last day of early voting, you can vote early today, and this is it for early voting. Today, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Bradley Square Mall, Bradley County Election Commission, and the former BB&T Bank Building, McGrady Drive. Bradley County has set a voting record. 34,507 people have voted early. And Governor Bill Lee will be at Cleveland High School this afternoon visiting the school for the Jobs for Tennessee Graduates program. We'll be there covering that on this station, on the radio, and Mix TV. And we go to our volunteer Ritapest Mix line. We are joined by the Republican nominee for United States Senate for Tennessee, and that is Bill Hagerty. Good morning, Ambassador Hagerty.
Good morning. It's great to be back with you.
Great to have you on this morning. Well, sir, as we just have a few days left, tell me about your campaign and what's happening.
Well, I'd love to, but first, before we start, I just want to say my heart, my prayers go out to the families and friends of the young student lost, the driver lost, the families that had children on that Meigs County school bus that was involved in that tragic accident. We are praying for them here, and I know that everybody there is very, very saddened by this tragedy.
Absolutely. It has, of course, rocked not only Meigs County, but this entire southeast Tennessee area really has reached nationwide. Well, Ambassador, you're coming into the final stretch here, and how are you feeling about your campaign?
I think we're well positioned with our campaign. I'm feeling good about where we are here in Tennessee. Tennessee values are conservative values, and my conservative message is being sought and received very well here in Tennessee. Top concern on the minds of voters here in Tennessee is jobs and the economy. They want to see our state, they want to see our nation reopened again, working again, and they want to see it. They don't want to see another death to the coronavirus, but we need to get our economy moving back. And the fact that I'm a business person, somebody that understands how the economy works, I've got business experience in my DNA. That makes a real difference. The fact that I stepped in the last time we had a recession and served as our state's economic development director and helped Tennessee move out of the recession last time, I think is resonating very, very strongly with people because they want to see Tennessee back open.
We're joined by Bill Hagerty as the Republican nominee for United States Senate, subject to the election on Tuesday. What do you make of the surge in early voting, not only in Tennessee, but in this nation?
The enthusiasm that I see is palpable. President Trump was here last Thursday. I was talking with him about it. The energy here in Tennessee, he tells me he's seeing across the nation. And what I hope is that people realize what's on the line. This is basically boiling down to a choice between freedom and socialism. And when you look at what the Democrats are offering, in the face of violence that we see, again, every night on television, their solution to this is to defund and dismantle the police. I mean, there couldn't be a more preposterous answer. I can tell you the people in Tennessee support law enforcement officers. I think we were united wanting to see justice done in the wake of George Floyd's tragic death. But that whole process has been hijacked now and continues to be hijacked by anarchists and looters and people that want to just create mayhem. I cannot believe that we've got a Democrat Party that saddles up to this, that Nancy Pelosi's latest, quote, stimulus bill defunds law enforcement to the tune of $600 million. They're talking about letting felons out of jail. This is the Democrat approach to law and order. I think you know my perspective on this, and certainly consistent with the president and the Republican Party, is we need to support our law enforcement officers. Training where it's appropriate, we need to be supporting them, getting them properly equipped, properly trained, and reform where necessary. But this notion of encouraging the type of looting and violence that we've seen is absolutely contrary to what I think almost every Tennessean believes.
We're joined by Bill Hagerty, the Republican nominee for United States Senate. Do you believe Tennessee, as far as our state, is positively positioned, or is positioned in a good way for an economic recovery once this virus is behind us?
Well, I'm very optimistic. I think the president put me on the White House Economic Recovery Task Force to help our nation rebound more rapidly out of this pandemic. We've put in place a number of policies. We're looking at more regulatory relief, shortening permitting timelines so we can get big infrastructure projects accelerated in the United States. I believe that we will see America emerge more rapidly than other nations like Europe, Japan, China. But within the United States, I think Tennessee and Tennesseans are positioned to be right at the forefront. Our economy was going absolutely great before the pandemic hit. You may remember when I came in to be economic development chief, that was back in January of 2011 when we were coming out of the last recession. Then, Obama and Biden tried placing a $1.5 trillion stimulus into the economy, and it didn't work. We had the slowest economic recovery on record. Why? Because they expanded government at the same time. Business people know, like me, that you've got to get government out of the way if you want to accelerate economic growth. That's what we've been doing this time, and what we've seen is tremendous resurgence in economic growth here in the nation. Tennessee should be at the forefront because we've got a great business climate. We've been blessed to have a very conservative legislature who has kept Tennessee taxes low. We have a strong balance sheet, and I applaud the work that Governor Lee is doing and encourage more and more vocational and occupational training of our students so that we have the best possible workforce in the nation. Because I want to see us bring our jobs back from places like China. I want to see Made in the USA the theme of America again, and Tennessee should be right at the cutting edge of making that happen.
Bill Hagerty, the Republican nominee for United States Senate. I'm sure you've got a busy next few days in front of you. And I guess my final question, unless you have something else, Bill, you'd like to add here, is what are you hearing from the people all across the volunteer state?
I'm hearing that they are responding to our strong message of jobs in the economy, of law and order, the disciplined business approach that I'll bring. They also want to see somebody that will bring conservative Tennessee values. I grew up in rural Tennessee, a small-town kid, raised cattle and pigs. As a boy, I worked my way through college. I have literally lived the American dream, having a business career that I could have never imagined, but one that has given me tremendous experience. Having the experience of serving as the United States ambassador to Japan really has given me an incredible additional experience because I've stared China right in the eye. I understand the predatory positions they take from a military standpoint, from a diplomatic standpoint, from an economic standpoint, because Japan is the locus of our whole strategy in the Asia Pacific. We have more military stationed there than any place else in the world. And as the senior American there, I've had a chance to see the threat right up close and personal, staring China right in the eye, North Korea and Russia. So I'm prepared to get up there and fight for Tennessee to take our conservative Tennessee values to Washington and not let it come the other way. I think that's what Tennesseans want. They're responding to it quite well, and I hope they'll follow us at Bill Hagerty TN on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and on our webpage, teamhagerty.com. But thanks very much for the chance to reach out before Election Day. I encourage everyone to get out and vote, and I would certainly appreciate their vote and support.
Bill Hagerty, the Republican nominee for United States Senate. Ambassador, thank you for calling in. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Bill Hagerty, the Republican nominee for United States Senate. I tell you what, we have to take a break right here, and when we come back, remind you that most of our school systems are either delayed or canceled today because of the inclement weather. And we have Bradley County, Cleveland City Schools on a 2-hour delay this morning. So we're going to get to more on that and the news. Plus, Jimmy Logan, going to talk with him about several things. Now, tomorrow morning, we are going to have a very special election preview with Jimmy and also Emily Beatty-Hildebrand, who join us every election night, as well as the Decision Desk guys going to be in here. We're looking forward to that. It's going to be a special, probably half hour or so tomorrow morning, getting ready for Tuesday. But today, the last day to vote early. If you want to early vote, today is it, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the 3 Bradley County locations and across the volunteer state. Early voting ends today. And then if you don't vote today, join me on Election Day. How about it? It is 7:17.
With Southern Heritage Bank, you can now simplify your life by consolidating all your banking and insurance needs under one roof. There is nothing more comforting than knowing your insurance needs are being handled with the same care as your banking needs. For your free, no-obligation quote, call Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank. First Citizens National Bank Insurance, LLC. SouthernHeritageBank.com. Insurance products are not insured by FDIC or any federal government agency, are not a deposit of or guaranteed by the bank or any bank affiliate, and may lose value.
All right, no, he's not. We have our Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol aboard. Jimmy, what are you seeing any kind of traffic issues out there? Jimmy Logan joins us this morning.
Steve, the boating, those racer things that folks ride on water, on Stewart Lake, you know, they're out in force this morning. The Stewart Lake, what do you call them?
Jet skis.
Jet skis.
They're on jet skis.
Yeah,
at Stewart School?
Stewart Lake, you know, they do it all the time when it gets up that high.
Hey, Jimmy, I tell you, our friends Debbie Melton and her staff at Don Ledford doing a very special thing. All this week, you can test drive and win or be eligible for one of 3 great prizes, $500 in cash or a Nintendo Switch. Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
I don't have one of those, Steve, but I bet Reagan and
they do.
Holden have one.
Or you can win a 42-inch smart TV. They're having a trunk or treat, safely distanced and everything. Drive through on Saturday, Halloween, at Don Ledford. And Jimmy, by the way, that's 1 to 4 Saturday at Don Ledford. But Jimmy, you're extremely interested in downtown, the Logan Thompson Law Firm down there. So Mainstreet, Cleveland, shifting a little bit. The block party really becomes a stroll.
It is a stroll, and it's going to be, I believe, well patrolled. We are requesting that people wear masks.
Yep.
And at our office, we've developed a delivery method where we've got some plastic pipes that we've got those sturdied up, and the children who can come by and get some candy, and we'll be tossing that candy out. Now, the question I have, Steve, is trick or treat. How many tricks should we plan to deliver? You know better than that. We're going to give out the candy to the children.
All right, that is happening. Of course, downtown. Sharon Marr coming in next hour to talk about the Main Street stroll. And tell you what, let's pop up our active virus case counts, Austin, if we can. Time to check our active coronavirus case counts. in this area, and it is Bradley County at 299, Hamilton County up to 1,006, McMinn County 213, Meigs County at 56, Polk County at 56. This report brought to you by the Laboratory Service Center. You can get a COVID test rapidly and find out in 15 minutes at clevelandtest.com. They have other tests available for COVID and for flu. Again, clevelandtest.com is the way to do that. We're going to take a break right here. Come back, talk more with Jimmy. Also, Ashley here. Back in just a moment. Stand by.
DJR. 3 Mountain View Nissan locations mean one giant selection. And with over 800 new Nissan vehicles to choose from, we've got something the whole family will love. Like no payments for 90 days and 0% financing on select Nissan models. That's right, 0 payments and 0% financing on some of our best-selling Nissan models. So come shop Mountain View Nissan in Chattanooga, Dalton, and the all-new Cleveland, home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
Medical Center Compounding Pharmacy and Health Center offers Bradley County's only state-of-the-art sterile compounding laboratory. We are here to customize drugs and medications that are not available commercially or over the counter. Maintain your health with medication designed to meet your body's specific needs. It's just what the doctor ordered. Put your health in the hands of trained professionals you know and trust. Medical Center Compounding Pharmacy and Health Center, North Ocoee Street. Phone 476-5548 or visit medicalcenterrx.com.
Welcome to the big leagues, where our go-kart all-stars take personal shopping to the next level. They always bring their A game, so you get groceries carefully selected specifically for you. These are passionate professionals, ensuring every fruit and vegetable, every cut of meat is exactly the way you like it. This is plump. That is juicy. And this is lean. Order go-kart curbside pickup online for personal shopping at the highest level.
Hey, I'm Eric Gardner. And I'm Paul Gardner at Volunteer Ridipast. We can protect your home from termites without drilling your concrete or destroying your lawn with our exclusive Termador HP2 treatment system. We have so much confidence in this system, we back all of our treatments with our unmatched 5-year, 100% money-back guarantee. No one else in Chattanooga does that. Let the local guys protect your home. Google Volunteer Ridipast or call us today.
No bug will survive. Call 698-7205.
In the past few years, the people at Don Ledford Automotive Center have raised $100,000 for local school systems through their test drive events.
We do the drive-a-thons because we embrace education. We realize that teachers need our support to do their job.
They encourage the teachers in our area to strive for excellence.
We supply the Teacher of the Year a car to drive every year for the Bradley County Schools and the Cleveland City Schools. And we're very proud of the fact that we have the opportunity to do that in our community.
Community is at the center of the mission of Don Ledford Automotive Center, your home of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. DonLedford.com. All right, let's get back to our Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Ashley R's in this morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm here.
I know.
Got my attorney here, just in case you get out of line.
Just in case I get out of line. Exactly.
Yeah. Have you with us this morning.
Thank you.
Really is. If you'd like to move over to the main seat.
No. I have no idea what to do with that main seat.
Hello to Matthew Coleman looking at apparently.
Yes, Matthew doesn't have anything better to do this morning. Go to work, Matthew.
Still early.
All right, let's get a check of our Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Mermaid Mattress, here he is, Roger Pickett.
When you're shopping for a new mattress, will you go to a national chain, a website, or a locally owned mattress store like Mermaid Mattress, where more of your dollars stay local? You decide.
Alrighty, today's high is 75 with a low of 46. It'll be cloudy out there. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 39. And on Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 46. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 70 degrees.
Joined by Jimmy Logan. Jimmy, it's been such a a grief-stricken area since Tuesday, and just I'd like to get your thoughts on what happened with this bus tragedy in Meigs County.
We know what happened. It was a horrible collision and a tragic event. the thing that we show once again in Southeast Tennessee is we love each other. And when these things happen, though we may disagree about various issues and things, we pull together. A story I heard yesterday afternoon is a Lee University professor had started a fund to assist the families who did not have the means to take care of some of the expenses which they're incurring. And as you know, our slogan over the years has been a tradition of legal and community service, and we're going to contribute $1,000 to that fund. Wow. Our law firm is.
Wow.
Because it's all about our neighbors and our families. And gosh, same thing's true, Steve. We just got through with tornadoes. Hamilton County, Bradley County, McMinn County, Polk County. And what do? People like Wright Brothers have their equipment on the scene to help at the tornado scenes where the greatest damage is done. Before they're even called, they head that way with equipment that they cost them $200, $300, $500 an hour to operate. We're that kind of community. The folks who just have a chainsaw, they don't have big earth movers. It's the neighbors that come together, and Meigs County's our neighbor.
Jimmy, we spoke yesterday with Meigs County Mayor Bill James. I thought he was such a wonderful man. He appeared on television last night in Chattanooga. You're right. He talked about, he told me what a tight-knit community. And you've got a lot of experience in Meigs County, obviously, but 10, 11,000 people is the population. But so much of their activities and their feelings are in the school system there. You know, and folks may not realize this. Rachel Moore, who is the former Cleveland High ladies basketball coach, is the principal there.
Yes.
So a lot of connections, but they need our support. They need our help.
They do. And, you know, Steve, a lot of folks who work here are fortunate, perhaps have another home in Meigs County or along the river banks. They're invested because they've got neighbors who have children who go to the school systems there in Meigs County. And it's been our privilege and responsibility to participate in many of the issues which have come up in the Meigs County community. Steve, as you know, Kenneth Miller's home is in Meigs County. He's a Meigs County resident. Kenneth and Elaine, and Matt Coleman and his lovely wife and family, they have the little cabin there at Rockholt entranceway. And so their neighbors have children, whether they're grandchildren or nieces and nephews, who are just emotionally involved. Steve, this is going to take a time to find out exactly what happened. I was so pleased that the National Traffic Safety Board has come in.
That's right.
They have come in. They will scour every possible contributing factor to this, what caused things to occur, what allowed things to occur. We will see a revival of the issue of whether or not seat belts should be installed in the school bus systems. A lot of controversy about that because it's expensive, and some states have suggested that it matters not. We're going to spare no cost to maintain the safety of our children. We weren't able to get that done in Tennessee. Will that be looked at? The consequences of this event will result in enhanced safety. As you know, we were involved in that terrible school bus matter in Chattanooga. The tragedy at Ottawa. Your life can change in a second. I really appreciated Mike Miller's speech the first night. Just a hard-nosed, good old Tennessee Highway patrolman who has a wonderful heart and conscience. When you leave your home, hug your children, kiss them on the forehead, and say, I love you, and you'll get it back from that child, your wife, because who knows that life will change on your trip to work or on your trip home, or something that might happen to your wife or your child. We just have to live a life where that we know we're going to be supported when tragic events occur. And that's what Phil, Steve, Phil, who is Phil?
Phil Jacobs.
Phil Jacobs, that's
Phil
right.
Jacobs. Keep your shirt on when you're in a college football game, Phil. I'm still bringing that up. Jimmy, that's what Sean Fairbanks said yesterday. We had him on, our Bradley County Fire Chief, who spent hours with Bradley County crews. He said, you know what? We supported them because who knows, the day may come when we need their support, and he said they're always there for us.
They're always there, the volunteer fire departments and around this area, the formal fire departments. Steve, July the 1st, 3 years ago, we had restored a building to its condition, and the beauty of the wood and the ceilings and those things, something happened overnight. We lost every square inch of that building July the 1st. You know what was most impressive? We had 7 fire departments respond to that fire, which threatened the entire city of downtown Athens. So these interlocal agreements are so invaluable to us. Right. So they're so invaluable. Right.
Jimmy Logan joining us. We've got more to talk about with Jimmy. 7:31. We do need to take a break right here. Don't forget, the Village Green Town Center. Where if you can get at least 9 co-workers to sign up and have 10, you'll work out for $10 a month. It's Corporate Wellness Month extended into October. It was so successful in September, they're doing it again. Go to ohyeahlife.com. ohyeahlife.com. Over 30,000 square feet. No contracts are month to month. And I'll tell you what, we'll give away a free month at Oh Yeah right now. Call us. We'll take the first caller through on the volunteer Red Pest Mix line, 614-6499. It's Oh Yeah, and we'll give that away right now. Also, thanks so much to our partners for Mix TV and radio. Mix Mornings is served by Tzatziki's. Good morning, Brad Emmendorfer. Tzatziki's, go to Tzatziki's.com. Also, by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Jimmy, big announcement. Somehow, some way, Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, your friends and my friends, the Watsons, they are having the Heisman Trophy. You can get a picture with the Heisman Trophy beginning November the 5th. So that's next week.
Which Heisman Trophy? The one from last year, the one from this year? They already predicted who it's going to be? Or is it just this trophy?
Just the trophy.
Oh, okay.
So you can get your... I didn't say the winner. You can get your picture made with the Heisman Trophy at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, November 5th, 6th, and 7th. And I talked with Thomas Williams, the executive manager, last night. He is ready to go. And by Garden Plaza Cleveland, Garden Plaza, where they have some availabilities. Call them 479-4447. And we're back in just a moment.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Bain's Business Machine. They have new and pre-owned office equipment in stock. Small desktop units all the way up to large standalone units. They never lock you into a contract. Bain's Business Machines, Stewart Road in Cleveland, 479-9677, bainsbusiness.com.
Brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. We do have inclement weather this morning, and because of that, we have delays all over the place in our school systems.
This is a severe weather update.
This report brought to you by McIntyre and Associates Insurance. And here we go. Bradley County, Cleveland City, both running on a 2-hour delay this morning. Also, Dayton City is delayed 2 hours. Hamilton County, 2-hour delay. Now, Athens City and McMinn County both closed today in their school systems. Meigs County schools closed today. Teachers are reporting. Polk County and Ray County on a 2-hour delay this morning, and Sweetwater City is closed entirely. Let's move to our news this morning, and we do have more details from the Meigs County school system. Clint Baker, the Meigs County Schools Director, held a press conference yesterday, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol, they have their preliminary report. The driver of the Meigs County school bus has now been identified as 53-year-old Lisa Dillard, who lost her life. Lisa Dillard of Birchwood, Tennessee. and the 7-year-old girl who was killed in the crash, not identified by authorities. There were also an update to the initial story. There were 32 people on board the Meigs County school bus at the time of the crash, including the driver, now the late 53-year-old Lisa Dillard. The driver of the service electric utility truck is now identified by the Highway Patrol as Terry Trammell. She faces no charges. All right, as Jimmy Logan just mentioned, the National Transportation Safety Board has opened an investigation. Another big story this morning is voting. And, Jimmy, we preach for years people to get out and vote. My goodness, are they ever. Let me very quickly tell you that just in Bradley County, over 34,507 people have already voted. And today's the final day of early voting.
It is the final day, and there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be out voting, making certain that their vote counts by voting in person at one of our 3 sites for voting. The lines today will probably not be very long this morning, but this afternoon, folks, you got to be in line before closing time to get your vote counted. So we encourage everyone to make certain that you vote and that your vote counts. Our theme has always been be an informed voter, and Steve, thank you for the radio station making certain that people get to hear the positions of the various candidates here in this radio station. Folks, it's a very important election, but the nice thing is we need to recognize that when this election is past us, let's get to talking again.
Yeah,
let's do what I think is a theme that a lot of people want is it's time for the country to unite for the common purpose of doing what's in the best interest of our country and its people.
Jimmy, early voting hours today, 9 to 6 at the 3 Bradley County sites. Do we have any? Well, I know we've got some birthdays in. Let's go to our Ashley R. is in this morning for Bridget. Let's go to our Baskin-Robbins celebration list. What do you got?
Lindbergh, the principal at OMS and the voice of Mustang football, and also happy birthday to Lindsay Hathcock. If you have any birthdays or anniversaries you want us to put on the Baskin-Robbins celebration list, give us a call on the Volunteer Ritapest Mix line at 614-6499.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Kim, tell us about our pricing at Crown of Chattanooga and Crown of Cleveland.
You know, games are fun, except when it comes to purchasing a new Chrysler.
Last night's debate took an odd turn.
You, sir, look well rested.
Why, thank you. I went to Mermaid Mattress and purchased
Can I interrupt you? I, too, went to Mermaid Mattress.
Why, I thought you looked exuberant.
Mermaid Mattress, your home for better sleep.
A WCLE tradition since 1957. Election night coverage. Tuesday night beginning at 7 on Mix 1041, Talk 1013, and Fiesta 99.1. Presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm, LoganThompsonLaw.com, and live on Mix TV at MyMix1041.com.
Logan Thompson has been a significant legal voice in Southeast Tennessee for over 40 years.
Regardless of your politics, vote on November the 3rd.
And for all your legal needs, elect Logan Thompson.
A tradition of legal and community service.
Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty, 472-2173, bender-realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty. Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too. Whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home, Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
Baskin-Robbins. Scoop it, shake it, cake it.
October is a great time to get a great buy at Don Ledford Buick GMC Cleveland with great fall kickoff deals on all of their Buicks and GMCs. Save over $6,250 on a 2020 Buick Enclave SUV. Or if you want a professional grade GMC, save over $5,750 on a GMC Terrain SLT. Go to DonLedford.com today for details or see the vehicles in person. Don Ledford Automotive, North Lee Highway, Cleveland.
Welcome to Anatole Exteriors, where we specialize in facade optimization, EIFS stone, and panels. Our combination of efficiency and quality has made us a reputable company for over 20 years. Our team's mission is to build relationships that inspire hope and purpose, driven by biblical principles for the community that we love. We are prepared to provide you with a customized solution to all your building needs. We are the last ones on the wall and the first to respond with repairs.
Now, if you see thank you for the call on that. If you see a traffic problem, join us on the Mix Highway Patrol. Call the volunteer Redapest Mix line at 614-6499. It is 19 before 8 a.m. Let's go to the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Here is Roger Pickett.
Mermaid Mattress is just down the street or around the corner from any of those national chains. And, of course, your dollars stay local when you shop with us. Mermaid Mattress. Spend less, sleep better.
Alrighty, today's high is going to be 75 with a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 39. On Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 46. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 70 degrees.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Bobby Ludwig's your Edward Jones financial advisor. Good morning, Bobby.
Happy soggy Thursday.
Boy, it certainly is. Most of our area school systems either delayed or canceled.
Last night's debate took an odd turn.
You, sir, look well rested.
Why, thank you. I went to Mermaid Mattress and purchased
Can I interrupt you? I, too, went to Mermaid Mattress.
Why, I thought you looked exuberant.
Mermaid Mattress, your home for better sleep.
The Cleveland City Schools Report, brought to you by Shannon Ritzoff, your Cleveland Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 230 North Ocoee Street next to Cafe Roma. The Cleveland City Schools Report, brought to you by Shannon Ritzoff, your Cleveland Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 230 North Ocoee Street next to Cafe Roma. Learn how he can help you reach your financial goals. Stop by or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. Tomorrow night, more on that in a second. He also has tickets to the Walker Valley huge home matchup against Saudi Daisy. 3 huge local high school football games tomorrow night. About the Town Squires shoe selection, it's great. They offer Florsham, SAS, men's and ladies, Cole Haan, Samuel Hubbard, Alden, Allen Edmonds, and Johnston and Murphy. Great styles in dress and casual, and the latest fashion shoes at the Town Squire. Come in and try on a pair. You may be surprised. The shop that appreciates the customer. Locally owned and operated since 1977. Stewart Park Plaza, Key Street, Cleveland, Tennessee, the home of personal service and free gift wrapping. All right, sports. Wisconsin's Big Ten game at Nebraska off on Saturday because of the COVID outbreak on the Wisconsin football team, the Badgers. That game now ruled a no contest. NFL Thursday Night Football tonight. Jimmy, my Falcons 1-6. Carolina.
They looked pretty good the last couple of times out, didn't they?
Three quarters of the game they do.
Well, I always think of you, Steve,
Thanks.
and so I have a little prayer for you every time. But how about those Titans?
Hey, not bad.
Not bad at all. Really
all right, well, Jimmy, we got such a huge Friday night. It's the final week of the regular season in high school football. All three local games have big implications. Of course, Mix 104.1, Talk 101.3, and Fiesta 99.1, the exclusive home of high school football, supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. All right, so Cleveland at Ottawa. Basically, tomorrow night, 7:30. Winner gets in the playoffs. Loser's done.
And that can be a really good game, Steve. I am so impressed with the renewed efforts at Walker Valley and how that team's coming together. Some great players on the team, but they are a unit, and that's they're working beautifully.
And they will host Sonny Daisy tomorrow night, 7:30. If Walker Valley wins, they host a playoff game in the first round. If they lose, they would travel. That tomorrow night, 7:30, Fiesta 99.1. Bradley will host McMinn County tomorrow night at Bear Stadium, senior night. Senior night also at Walker Valley, by the way. But here's the deal on Bradley. If they win, they would host a first-round game. McMinn lost that huge collision to Maryville last week. But Bradley hosts McMinn Friday night, 7:30. Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Jimmy, it's one of the great rivalries.
One of the great rivalries. I can remember in 1963, there's just no question we were a 5-5 team. But the biggest game we thought, the biggest game we played was always against McMinn County. Now, you go back earlier in the 50s, we were talking Chattanooga Central. What a rivalry that was, and then Oak Ridge. But McMinn County, year in, year out, we're ready to go.
Well, we have had thousands of people do this, and I will encourage you. The easiest way to listen to all of this coverage is to go to mymix1041.com. That's our website. Download the free Mix 1041 app. It's free, courtesy of CHI Memorial. And you'll have on, yeah, there you go. There's a picture of it. If you're watching on TV, listen on the radio, say, Hardline, what are you talking about? Well, you can pick Cleveland, Bradley, Walker Valley, flip back and forth, plus the Elders Ace Hardware scoreboard will all be on one page. Just go to mymix1041.com, download our free app. You can have it right on your phone or mobile device. And that is the latest CHI Memorial Sports Desk. We're back with more in just a moment. Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway. You probably heard the news. Most dealers don't have any inventory, but at Kia Cleveland, we do. In fact, we've got even more new Kias than I'm comfortable with, so we're rolling them out of here, like 2020 Kia Rios starting at $13,900. That's right, brand new cars starting at $13,900. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man, at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where car buying is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
KiaofCleveland.com. No matter where you stand in this season of unrest,
It's time to let your voice be heard.
with civil discourse and informed voting.
On November the 3rd, every American has the right and the responsibility to cast an informed vote.
I'm a Republican,
I'm a Democrat,
and we don't have to agree on politics.
but we agree on your right to vote. Vote the issues.
Vote your values.
Just vote.
The Vic Vascular team is leading the way in peripheral vascular care in our region.
Feeling of pain in your legs, loss of sensation in your feet or toes,
open sores that won't heal,
weakness when walking.
Do you have flow problems?
These are the first signs of peripheral artery disease, PAD.
PAD affects 1 in 5 Americans, and when untreated, can result in the loss of a limb.
If you or one of your loved ones are experiencing the signs of PAD, be evaluated.
We are Vascular Institute of Chattanooga. We can help.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one. and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Bradley County Schools Highlights, brought to you by Sharon. Having a birthday today.
Well, I tell you, he's really old in his appearance these days.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
I've always thought, you put him beside his wife, and you would think, golly gee, her grandfather's with her.
And then we also want to say happy birthday to Corey Lemberg. He's the principal of Ocoee Middle School. I'll tell you what, let's get a quick update right now. Give you a severe weather update at the present time. We do have a lot of schedule changes this morning because of the weather. Bradley County and Cleveland City Schools on a...
This is a severe weather update.
Bradley County, Cleveland City Schools on a 2-hour delay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Stephen, the thing is, when that 2-hour delay expires, folks, even if the rain is not coming down, there are places we have in our city, places we have in our county, where the water's going to be standing. It's going to impact your drive. Be safe. And though the rain may not be falling, Steve, the Georgetown Pike Curve, the various other locations, where wrecks result, not because it's raining, but because water is standing across the roadway.
Look at Ashley bringing 2 cups at one time in one hand. What's going on?
I'm like a barista, but different.
Right.
She's ambidextrous too. She can do it with either hand.
Hey, Bradley and Cleveland, Bradley County, Cleveland City, 2-hour delay. Polk County, 2-hour delay. McMinn County schools are closed. Meigs County, God bless Meigs County this morning. They're closed. Teachers are reporting. Etowah City schools are closed. Athens City closed entirely. Hamilton County schools running on a 2-hour delay. Ray County, a 2-hour delay. This report brought to you by McIntyre and Associates Insurance. Now let's get to our regular news update, and let's do that right now. The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, we do have a word as well, a crash with injuries, and we'll do more on this in the Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol, the 5900 block of Water Level Highway. Jimmy, that goes back to what you were saying a moment ago. We do know just because schools are delayed, like you said, there is still a lot of traffic right now. Please be careful.
Be careful and continue to be especially careful when you don't think that there's water out there. It's not raining, so I'm going to speed up a little bit to get where I need to go, and bam, you hit a puddle of water. Not a puddle, you hit some lakes occasionally around some locations.
And we do appreciate the phone call on that crash. If you see a problem, join us. Call us on the volunteer Redapest Mix line 614-6499. Let's get to a news update, then we'll have full news here in just a few minutes. The Tennessee Highway Patrol has now released their preliminary report on the tragic Meigs County school bus crash on Tuesday. It happened officially at 3:45. They have released the name of the bus driver. 53-year-old Lisa Dillard of Birchwood died in the crash. Terry Trammell, a lady, was also injured, and by the way, she faces no charges. She was the driver of the service electric utility vehicle on Highway 58 in Decatur. We also had an update from the Highway Patrol. Initial reports was 22 people on board. Now they say there were 32 people on board, a mixture of elementary, middle, and high schoolers on the school bus. So we'll have much more on that top of the hour. And, of course, any time that a school bus is involved in a crash like this, the National Transportation Safety Board gets involved, and they have launched their investigation. Voting is the other big story. Let me come to another story right before early voting. That is the governor will be at Cleveland High School today. He is visiting at 2 o'clock for the Jobs for Tennessee Graduates program. We will be covering that today. Austin Chadwick and myself will be going out to cover that at Cleveland High School at 2 o'clock with the governor. Visiting really for the second time, Jimmy, this year. The governor has come just to Cleveland High. He's been here many times, including this building. Well,
there's one thing about Bill Lee. He goes and pays attention to the local governments, the local areas, and makes certain that he's fully aware of what's going on in Bradley County, because that may help him as he makes decisions impacting Benton or the county or some of the other counties across the state.
So why did he come here? There was really no purpose.
Well, he
why
came
did he
here
come and open this building.
To your building?
Yeah.
You're correct. It would have been a waste of his time. But
he's on our Wall of Fame. I told him, I said, we put you on the Wall of Fame. I got my picture. Here's been my issue. You know, I got a lot of issues, as you know. But here's my issue. I got a picture made with Jack.
Amen. Amen.
Come on, Elvis, slow down. I had my picture made with Jack Nicklaus a couple of weeks ago. I went up and interviewed him in Athens. Well, I got my picture from Rob Preston at the chamber. He sent it to me yesterday, which I'll send you here in a second. But I'm thinking, well, I don't think did we put that on the Wall of Fame? Because it didn't happen here at the station. Shouldn't the Wall of Fame just be pictures at the station? Or what? What do you think, Ashley?
No, put it up there.
Well, it's just not of me. The wall in the conference room should be about stuff happening here, shouldn't it?
Well, but with you in it,
here, and you did that.
I do work here.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure you have a good time. As the old fellow said, "Golly gee, you're so good at this, you ought to try to get a job doing it."
Hey, by the way, this is funny. I pulled up to Starbucks the other day, the Mainstreet location. You know, I'm just ordering. I ordered my usual Americano. I pull up to the window, and this young guy is taking my order. He says, listen, he said, you should be on the radio.
Yeah, yes.
And I looked shocked.
And
really?
You think I could do it?
What?
And you said the same thing that the sergeant said to Forrest Gump. Did he? I shouldn't say this on the radio, but I'm going to. Damn, Gump, you're brilliant.
I looked at him, I said, you may be onto something there. Anyway, oh my goodness, let's tell you about the bread basket. Jimmy, I don't know, Have you been down there yet? Have you been down to the Breadbasket, Stewart Park Plaza?
I have not, but I have
Jimmy!
partaken of the goods.
Jimmy!
I have partaken of the goods.
Oh, you have tried it?
Yes. Cindy.
Well, here's what I want you to try. Well, Cindy Logan, I'm sure, has tried it. Listen, the cherry Danish. Now, I hate to talk about this because apparently you people are buying these like crazy now, and I can't get one for myself. But the cherry Danish is the Lord has had something to do with it. It's just delicious. But everything's great down there.
Well, the Lord has a lot to do with food, that's for sure.
Amen.
But my problem is that He's not quenching my desire to eat all of those things. Gadzooks, golly.
Anyway, the Breadbasket brings you this portion of Mixed Morning.
This news update is brought to you by the Breadbasket. The October cake of the month is white chocolate amaretto. $5 off all month long. Also try the cranberry orange bread. That's at the Breadbasket, located in the Stewart Park Plaza near the post office on Keith Street in Cleveland. Visit breadbasket.com. Also find them on Facebook, Cleveland Breadbasket.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Jackson Furniture, Catnapper, Cleveland, one of America's premier manufacturers, is hiring manufacturing positions right now. Full-time positions start at $15 per hour, including great benefits, 401k with match, paid holidays, and vacations. Join our team. Apply online right now at jacksonfurniture.com.
As the lazy days of summer give way to the cool, crisp breezes of autumn, the time comes for a vibrant array of colors, cozy jackets, and great saving at Food City.
This week, save on certified Angus beef chuck roast, $3.99 a pound. Harvest Club Idaho potatoes, buy one, get one free. Red Baron pizza, also buy one, get one free. And more, only at Food City.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom.
Baskin-Robbins. Scoop it, shake it, cake it.
You're watching Mixed Mornings on Mixed TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And here's your current Vascular Institute temperature.
Sales.
11 locations around the area. Wow. So proud of them and what they do. And, you know, Jimmy, what I love, one thing I love about Roger, I don't love many things, but one thing I do is he's all about local. He's all about buying local, shopping local.
He truly is. And the thing he's also concerned about is he does follow-ups. He's got salespeople and folks who work for him who follow up with a telephone call 5 days later. How are you doing? Is everything going well? You know, that follow-up, we're still concerned about our customers. Mayor brings them back.
That's exactly right. Generations of people shop Mermaid Mattress, and here's a word from Roger Pickett.
If you shop for a mattress and they tell you about some long delay because of industry shortages, come to Mermaid Mattress. Buy it today, we'll make it tomorrow, and deliver it the next day. It's all about being local.
Ashley R. in for Bridget this morning.
with a high of 75 and a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 39. On Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 48. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 70 degrees.
This weather is brought to you by Ocoee Pediatrics, committed to seeing sick children within 24 hours of onset in most cases, also offering home visits for newborns. Call Ocoee Pediatrics at 614-3733 or visit ocoeepeds.com.
Broadcasting from the law offices of Andrew B. Morgan Studios, this is Mix 104.1 WCLE Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens. And download the free Mix 104.1 app at mymix1041.com.
Hey, this is Andrew Morgan, reminding you that we're here for all of your legal needs. Give us a call at 829-1429.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
News. I'm Chris Foster. 5 days to go. Joe Biden campaigns in Florida today. President Trump has events in Florida and North Carolina. He tells supporters in Phoenix, Arizona.
To vote for me is a vote for massive middle-class tax cuts, regulation cuts, fair trade, strong borders.
We can't afford 4 more years of Donald Trump. And the good news is we have a chance to turn this around by voting.
Biden there in Wilmington, Delaware, where he and his wife Jill joined the more than 73 million Americans who voted early. 3 people are killed in a knife attack at a church in Nice, France.
A woman was beheaded. It's being treated as terrorism. A man has been arrested and is in the hospital. The mayor of Nice says the suspect repeatedly shouted, in Arabic, "God is great." It comes less than 2 weeks after a teacher was beheaded near Paris after he showed his class cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad.
Fox's Simon Owen. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 104.1 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Good morning, everybody. But at this point, before we go to our regular news, let's get a severe weather update right now.
This is a severe weather update.
All right, as we cross into the 8 a.m. hour, let's bring you the very latest. We do have most of our area school systems impacted by this inclement weather. Bradley County, Cleveland City on a 2-hour delay this morning. Also, Athens City is closed. Ray County, Polk County running on a 2-hour delay. McMinn County school system is closed. Meigs County schools, God bless them, they are closed today. Teachers are reporting. Hamilton County running on a 2-hour delay. Etowah City is closed. Dayton City delayed. 2 hours, starts at 10 a.m. This report brought to you by McIntyre and Associates Insurance. All right, let's get to our regular news this morning. We now have a preliminary report from the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Meigs County School System and the Highway Patrol released information on the tragedy that claimed the lives of a young student and the bus driver in Meigs County. It happened, according to the THP, at 3:45 on Tuesday. A service electric utility vehicle was driving on Highway 58 in Decatur when the driver ran off the side of the road, overcorrected to get back on the road, and then lost control. The State Highway Patrol said the vehicle went into oncoming traffic, crashed into Meigs County School Bus number 12-1. As Highway Patrol Lieutenant Bill Miller released Wednesday and identified the bus driver as 53-year-old Lisa Dillard of Birchwood. The Highway Patrol says the other driver, Terry Trammell, was also injured. Terry Trammell, the driver of the service electric utility vehicle, she faces no charges. That, according to the Highway Patrol, they do say the investigation remains active. National Transportation Safety Board confirmed they have opened their investigation, which is customary when a school bus is involved. An update now to the previous information that we received is there were, 32 people on board of the school bus at the time of the crash. That, according to the Tennessee Highway Patrol, mixture of ages on the bus, across routes of elementary, middle, and high schools in Meigs County. And we did have a press conference yesterday conducted by Meigs County Schools Director Clint Baker. Here is a portion.
At this time, the only information that we have on the students is that they remain in the hospital. There's 4 in the hospital at this time, and they remain in stable condition. We have 1 student who was listed last night as critical but stable. And I do not have specific information on any student conditions beyond that. I will say this, everyone's hearts and minds and thoughts and prayers are with the families and children of the affected, and especially those that lost loved ones. We ask that, as we have in the last 18 hours or so, we ask that folks pray that God's grace, His amazing grace, and His love and comfort will surround those families. We know that students, faculty, and community will be affected by this event in many different ways for a long period of time. And it's important in addressing this that we return to normalcy as soon as we can. And as we were leaving Meigs South earlier today, a young first grade student was there to talk and was leaving the building with his grandmother, and he stopped and looked up to his teacher and said, "I'm coming to school tomorrow and I'm riding the bus." So,
Director of Meigs County Schools, we have Jimmy Logan joining us this morning. Jimmy, what do you make of the investigation part of all of this?
Well, Steve, I think that the statement, there are no charges pending, is true. There will be a thorough investigation by some of the best scientists with the National Traffic Safety Board, as well as toxicologists and other people. There's information that we won't really know the accumulation of that information for probably 3 months. You may recall it was about 4 to 6 months before we had the final investigation in the Ottawa tragedy. So the decisions will then be made by the District Attorney's Office. District Attorney Johnson will be thoroughly participating in all of that and the accumulation of the information. There are no pending charges, but that's not unusual. If this were a circumstance in which there was a person who was at risk of flight or those things, there might be preliminary charges, because there is, without question, a violation of some of the traffic laws. So the fact that there are no charges today is relatively insignificant.
We do want to point out, and we were made aware of this yesterday. We really, at that point, did not want to say anything to the information we received, and I have had a few people mention it, and we're so sorry to hear this. Lisa Dillard is actually the sister-in-law of Rodney Dillard, Bradley County Board of Education member, who is also in his career is the district manager of Food City in this area. And so our thoughts and prayers go out to Rodney and his entire family. I was also told yesterday, and again, we did not comment publicly, that Lisa did spend a year in the Cleveland City school system, went through training, and I saw a picture yesterday, and I had Hal Taylor reach out to me. He runs the Cleveland City Transportation Unit, Cleveland City Schools, and so impacted, so affected. They held a prayer service prior to getting out on the buses yesterday morning. It's really impacted bus drivers all over the nation, not just in this area. We're going to quickly go to the voting picture right now. Another big story. There are several. And right now, as it stands, Secretary of State Trey Hargett's office released the following, that at the present time, we have already broken the record for early and absentee voting in Tennessee, with still, that was as of Monday, 1.8 million Tennesseans already have cast ballots. That passes already 1.7 million who had voted early at this point in 2016. We still have today the last day of early voting in Bradley County, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yesterday in Bradley County, 2,402 people voted early, according to Election Director Fran Green, told us that last night. And the early voting, Jimmy, has passed. It's 34,507 people have voted early. That's just Bradley County.
That's just Bradley County, and that's not complete. Folks, you can still go vote today. Please take advantage of the opportunity to make certain that your vote counts if you vote early. Steve, we've seen this kind of increase in absentee and early voting over the past 15 years. As you'll recall, when we've made the reports, the early voting now is really a substantially significant part of the vote totals and has grown every time we have a major election.
And Governor Bill Lee coming to Cleveland High today. He'll be at Cleveland High School visiting the Jobs for Tennessee Graduates program at 2 o'clock. We'll be covering that on the radio and on Mix TV. Austin Chadwick and I will be there. And we're going to talk more about this. And Jimmy, I know you're very interested in this. The Mainstreet Cleveland downtown trick-or-treat stroll is a traditional style trick-or-treat tomorrow, Friday from 5 till 8, Saturday, Halloween from 3 until 6 p.m. Children, families invited to trick-or-treat throughout downtown at 40 local businesses, retailers, and restaurants for the Marr's Wrigley Candy Giveaway. Trick-or-treaters will be greeted on the sidewalk, street musicians, a festive atmosphere, and I know Logan Thompson Law is going to be involved in this.
No question about it, Stephen. I really like the basket that you used for the past 10 years as you go through and do trick-or-treat to get candy. That's really pretty.
It's got Robert Thompson's face on it.
But how about Marr's Wrigley? We haven't given them enough credit. Steve, they're providing all of these treats for the children of our community, and I think that the shout out to them is never loud enough because they really do contribute to this community in many, many ways, and this is just one of those.
8:16, thank you very much. Let's get a check right now. We're going to get a check of the streets in just a moment.
This news brought to you by the Mark Shepard Agency of Shelter Insurance. Call 910-9393. 910-9393.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right, let's get a check of the Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report. Ashley R. in for Bridget this morning. Ashley.
All righty, test drive for big treats at Don Ledford's going on right now through October 31st. Test drive any new or pre-owned vehicle for a chance to win the grand prize of $500, a Nintendo Switch, or a 42-inch TV. So check them out on Northley Highway or at donledford.com. As of right now, the roadways look clear, but if you see anything we need to know about, give us a call on the Volunteer Ritapest Mix line at 614-6499.
All right, let's tell you what, got a check right here of our active virus cases in this area. It's brought to you by Laboratory Service Center. Laboratory Service Center, where you can get a rapid COVID test. You can get a flu test. There are other types of COVID tests you can get. But it all begins, and you have to make your appointment at clevelandtest.com. That's clevelandtest.com. I've had several friends do that, had a wonderful experience. By the way, you do that in your vehicle. You do not go into an office. You do that in your vehicle. My buddy Matthew McNulty. Go to clevelandtest.com. Bradley County has 299 active cases this morning. Hamilton County, 1,006. McMinn County, 213. Meigs County, 56. Polk County, 56. Those are the active cases. Brought to you by Laboratory Service Center. ClevelandTest.com. They also have the lowest self-pay rate in this area. However, insurance can cover it. Find out more and schedule your appointment if you need to at clevelandtest.com. They do flu test. clevelandtest.com. Back in a moment.
Hey, East Tennessee. It's time to get up and get...
A WCLE tradition since 1957. Election night coverage. Tuesday night beginning at 7 on Mix 104.1, Talk 101.3, and Fiesta 99.1. Presented by the Logan Thompson Law Firm. LoganThompsonLaw.com. And live on Mix TV at MyMix1041.com.
We're here at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
We are here with great service.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here with great deals. We're here for you.
So come shop Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland and cleveland-nissan.com today. Home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And here's your current Vascular Institute temperature.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic. And Mermaid Mattress, of course, where you can buy directly from the factory and save money on a great night's sleep. Here is Roger Pickett. Roger.
Whatever you need to buy, if a local company has it, they need your business. Now more than ever, support local. Brought to you by Mermaid Mattress.
Alrighty, today will be cloudy with a high of 77 and a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 39. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 46. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 70 degrees.
And looking at the radar screen, it looks like that heavy rain is moving out thanks to our friends at Channel 3. And if you miss anything on Mix 1041, Mix Mornings, you can go back and watch us on Mix TV at mymix1041.com. We also have our special coverage there from our breaking news coverage of the Meigs County bus crash, school bus crash that we did yesterday morning, our special interviews, all of that at mymix1041.com. I got to report thousands of you went there yesterday. All right, let's tell you what, we're going to go on to some music right now. Birthdays, anniversaries on the Volunteer Red Pass Mix line, 614-6499. Good morning, 822.
Love the most is the detriment.
For all you parents out there, imagine this scenario for just a second. You ready? Before leaving for work one morning, a father says to his son, "Son, straighten up your room, make up your bed, take out the garbage, and sweep the driveway." Well, when Dad comes home, his son begins to explain his viewpoint on the chore list. And he says, "Well, Dad, here's the thing. The garbage was only half full, and I figured that nobody's going to see my bedroom, and I'm going to sleep in my bed again tonight. In fact, in just a few hours. But I did clean the driveway just like you told me to clean the driveway." Listen, how many of us treat God that exact same way? We approach him with rationalizations and arguments instead of submission and obedience. Many people associate obedience with how we as parents raise our children. That's particularly true when we see a child that's misbehaving. You see, submission to God's will, however, is important at every single stage of a believer's maturity. As our faith grows, obedience becomes a cornerstone of fellowship with the Father. Through it, he teaches us more about his love while drawing us closer to himself. You know, it seems strange, but physical maturity can sometimes lessen our obedience. As an adult believer may see himself, he may see himself in such a way where he's learned righteousness and therefore no longer needs to make a concentrated effort to be righteous. And when we do that and we think that way, in a very short period of time, we're going to find ourselves far from the path that God intended, wandering around with a pile of rags that we consider to be righteous acts. You know, I read a verse this morning out of Isaiah chapter 64 that talked about that. Verse 6 says, "All of us have become like something unclean, and all of our righteous acts are like polluted garment. All of us wither like a leaf, and our iniquities carry us away like the wind. It's just a reminder to us today that disobedience says to the Lord, I know better than you know. I know better than you how to govern my life. But nothing could be further from the truth. We might think our rationalizations sound convincing, but just remember that God's not fooled by our rationalizations. He requires complete obedience. When we decide to follow only portions of His will, we choose rebellion.
Principal at Ocoee Middle School and voice of Mustang football. Lindsay Hathcock has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Kelly Cornelius, a teacher at Waterville, has a birthday today. Caitlin Jewel Collins turns 14. She is a cheerleader at Cleveland Middle School in 8th grade. Mom, Dad, and Jimmy Herman say happy birthday. And Shaylin Ware has a birthday today. If you have a birthday or an anniversary you want on the Baskin-Robbins celebration list, give us a call on the Volunteer Ritapest Mix line at 614-6499.
All right, let's right now get another severe weather update.
This is a severe weather update.
Brought to you by McIntyre and Associates Insurance. And here we go. We do have pretty much all of our area school systems are impacted by the inclement weather of this morning. We're going to do this the last time. We'll break all this down. But Bradley County, Cleveland City on a 2-hour delay this morning. We have a few school systems actually closed all day. McMinn County and Athens City are closed today. Meigs County, God bless them, they are closed today. Teachers are reporting. Polk County and Ray County schools both delayed 2 hours today. Dayton City delayed 2 hours. School starts at 10. Etowah City is closed today. Hamilton County delayed 2 hours. And that is the report in what I'd call our regular news this morning. More on the Meigs County school bus crash. We now have had the driver who sadly passed away in the crash, identified as by the Highway Patrol as 53-year-old Lisa Dillard of Birchwood. The other driver, a lady by the name of Terry Trammell, driver of the service electric utility vehicle, is not facing charges at this time. She was injured. Highway Patrol says it is an active investigation. They updated a couple of the initial reports in their report, and we'll get on to that at the time of the hour. National Transportation Safety Board has opened their investigation. Early voting. Today's the final day. If you want to vote early in this election in Bradley County, you can vote today from 9 till 6. And that is it for early voting. Now, Election Day voting will open at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, 8 to 8 at the 17 Bradley County precincts. Over 34,000 people have voted early in Bradley County alone. We set a state record. According to the Secretary of State Trey Hargett's office, they came out with that last night. Our election director here, Fran Green, they're doing great with all of her crew, and they're working extremely hard, as you may imagine. All right, back with more in just a second. 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
This news update is brought to you by Newlyweds Foods. Newlyweds Foods is hiring. Call them at 423-559-0909 or visit newlywedsfoods.jobs.net and search Cleveland Jobs.
All right, it's the Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report. Actually, big doings at Don Ledford this week and Saturday.
Yeah, test drive for big treats going on now for Don Ledford through October 31st. Come by Don Ledford for test drive any new or pre-owned vehicle for a chance to win the grand prize of $500. You could also win a Nintendo Switch or a 42-inch TV. Check them out at donledford.com or located on Northley Highway. As of right now, we think the wreck is still on the 5900 block of Water Level Highway, but if you see anything out there we need to know about, give us a call on the Volunteer Ritapest Mix line at 614-6499.
All right, our friend Wendy Hughes is here, Hughes Retirement Group. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You brought a new guest this morning.
Yes, we have Cammie here. She's new with Hughes Retirement Group, and she will be the first person you see when you walk in the door. And the door's opening quite a bit right now because of Medicare season. So if you run by the office or have an appointment, you will see Cammie. So say hi, Cammie.
Hi, everyone.
Good. Yeah. Good morning. How long have you worked there now?
This will be my third day.
Well, this is day 3, and Wendy brings you in here.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We're testing her to see what she can withstand. Now, are you waiting till day of to vote?
I love early voting. I love the idea of it, but I always vote on election day.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you've heard this, but we went and voted at Bradley at the mall, and it was a long, long line. And I heard the other day that they had a lady standing in line that had on a shirt that was one of the candidates, and somebody went up and said, "You're not allowed to do that in a polling place." So she took her shirt off and turned it wrong side out and put it back on.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
So I guess he'll never ask anybody to do that again.
I hadn't heard that. Wow, okay.
So anyway, here's what's going on.
What's up this week?
All right, we're still covering things that are happening this weekend. So Bradley Square Mall is having their drive-through Boo Halloween, so a little bit different. It's Saturday, October 31st from 5 to 7. It's at the new entrance of the OK McGuay, so you have to pay attention because they're in different locations. Anyway, it's sponsored by Pope's Martial Arts Academy.
And Splash Car Wash is having a haunted car wash October the 29th and 30th from 8 to 11. It's going to be $15 per car, and it includes a car wash, scares, and candy, and that's going to be on North Lee Highway.
Yay! October 28th, they're having a trunk or treat at Tasso Baptist Church on Old Charleston Road, and that's at 6 p.m.
And there's going to be another trunk or treat at 1122 Church in Cleveland on October 30th from 6 to 8.
November 28th, Small Business Saturday at 10 p.m. at the barn at Hickory Hills, and that's $5 per carload.
And on October 31st, there's going to be 25% off for coming to the Halloween party at Orange Leaf, and that's going to be Saturday at 12 p.m.
And then they have the annual Fall Festival at Oasis Revival Center in Birchwood, and that's Saturday at 4. And I've already had a lot of people interested in that one, so that must be a good one. So, but you can see all this and more on our Radio Girls Community Events Facebook page. So, a lot.
We're joined by Wendy Hughes. Cammie, what's your last name?
Taylor.
Cammie Taylor. And listen, great job, Cammie.
Well, thank
you.
So
you passed. That was very good. Wendy, you just alluded to at the beginning, such a busy time of year for Hughes Retirement Group. What can you do for people?
Well, right now is the open enrollment for Medicare season. That goes from October 15th to December 7th. So you still have time. If you have questions about your plan, you're not satisfied with something that was in your plan, you can call us and we can go over. We need to know about your prescription drugs, your doctors, so that we'll know what network. And then what we do is try to educate you and say, these are the options that you have that fit the needs that you have, and then you choose the plan that best suits you, and we can take care of all that. So just call the office at 664-4203, or you can come by, or we can call and you can set an appointment. We'd be happy to help you.
All right, thank you very much. Don't forget the Retirement Playbook with Rick Hughes, Coach Rick Hughes and Granger, Saturday morning at 8 right here, Mix 104.1, Saturday at 11, Talk 101.3, and Sunday at 6 a.m. right here on Mix. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Good job, Cammie.
Thank you.
All right, it is 8:33. Back in a moment.
Is your car really scary?
October is a great time to get a great buy at Don Ledford Buick GMC Cleveland with great fall kickoff deals on all of their Buicks and GMCs. Save over $6,250 on a 2020 Buick Enclave SUV. Or if you want a professional grade GMC, save over $5,750 on a GMC Terrain SLT. Go to DonLedford.com today for details or see the vehicles in person. Don Ledford Automotive, North Lee Highway, Cleveland.
Welcome to Anatole Exteriors, where we specialize in facade optimization, EIFS stone, and panels. Our combination of efficiency and quality has made us a reputable company for over 20 years. Our team's mission is to build relationships that inspire hope and purpose, driven by biblical principles for the community that we love. We are prepared to provide you with a customized solution to all your building needs. We are the last ones on the wall and the first to respond with repairs.
Last night's debate took an odd turn.
You, sir, look well rested.
Why, thank you. I went to Mermaid Mattress and purchased. Can I interrupt you?
I, too, went to Mermaid Mattress.
Why, I thought you looked exuberant.
Mermaid Mattress, your home for better sleep.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway. You probably heard the news. Most dealers don't have any inventory, but at Kia Cleveland, we do. In fact, we've got even more new Kias than I'm comfortable with, so we're rolling them out of here, like 2020 Kia Rios starting at $13,900. That's right, brand new cars starting at $13,900. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man, at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where car buying is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
KiaofCleveland.com. No matter where you stand in this season of unrest,
it's time to let your voice be heard.
With civil discourse and informed voting.
On November the 3rd, every American has the right and the responsibility to cast an informed vote.
I'm a Republican.
I'm a Democrat.
And we don't have to agree on politics.
But we agree on your right to vote. Vote the issues.
Vote your values.
Just vote.
The Vic Vascular team is leading the way in peripheral vascular care in our region.
Feeling of pain in your legs, loss of sensation in your feet or toes,
open sores that won't heal,
weakness when walking.
Do you have flow problems?
These are the first signs of peripheral artery disease, PAD.
PAD affects 1 in 5 Americans, and when untreated, can result in the loss of a limb.
If you or one of your loved ones are experiencing the signs of PAD, be evaluated.
We are Vascular Institute of Chattanooga. We can help.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Jackson Furniture, Catnapper, Cleveland, one of America's premier manufacturers, is hiring manufacturing positions right now. Full-time positions start at $15 per hour, including great benefits, 401k with match, paid holidays, and vacations. Join our team. Apply online right now at jacksonfurniture.com.
Money on a great night's sleep at Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom. Georgetown Road in Cleveland, just off of 25th Street, Stewart Road, just down from First Baptist. Here's Roger Pickett.
When you're shopping for a new mattress, will you go to a national chain, a website, or a locally owned mattress store like Mermaid Mattress, where more of your dollars stay local? You decide.
Alrighty, cloudy today with a high of 77 and a low of 46. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 39. On Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 46. Your current Vascular Institute temperature is 70 degrees.
All right, it's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk, Memorial Convenient Care, Public Shopping Center, Paula Parkway in Cleveland. They're doing flu shots. You do not have to get out of your vehicle at Memorial Convenient Care. Well, the Wisconsin-Nebraska Big Ten game Saturday football game has been canceled due to a COVID outbreak at the University of Wisconsin on the football team. The game will be ruled a no contest. Also, sports today, NFL Thursday Night Football tonight. My Falcons in Carolina, 8:20 kickoff on Fox Television. Boy, what a night tomorrow night. The final Friday night of the regular season of high school football, which has been interrupted at times due to the pandemic. However, it's amazing that we have gotten to this point in as good a shape as we have. But anyway, big doings tomorrow night. Cleveland at Ooltewah. Winner is in the playoffs. The loser done for the year. That's tomorrow night. Kickoff 7:30 here on Mix 104.1. Walker Valley will host Soddy Daisy. If Walker Valley can win, they will host the first round of the playoffs. That's tomorrow night, 7:30 on Fiesta 99.1. Bradley hosts McMinn County in a huge game tomorrow night, 7:30 at Bear Stadium. That'll be on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. If Bradley beats McMinn, they host a first-round playoff game. So lots of importance riding on the final Friday night of the high school football season. Get your tickets for the Walker Valley and Bradley games at the Town Squire, Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street in Cleveland. And here's what you need to do, folks. Easiest way to follow all of it is to download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com, and then on your phone or your mobile device, your iPad or whatever, you'll have a choice. You can listen to the Cleveland game, listen to the Bradley game, listen to the Walker Valley game, and then you can flip back, like I do, flip back and forth on Friday night, see what's going on. We also have the Elders Ace Hardware scoreboard right there on the same screen. It's all in one place at mymix1041.com. That is sports, and we're back with our friends from Cleveland State Community College in just a moment.
This half hour.
Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too, whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home. Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
At Anatole Exteriors, we specialize in more than just your building's exterior. We also specialize in building lasting relationships. Our commitment to excellence and ingenuity has made us a reputable company for over 20 years. Whether it be EIFS, stone, or panel, when we rep your project, your building becomes one of our very own. Because at Anatole Exteriors, we have the same skin in the game.
Hey, I'm Eric Gardner. And I'm Paul Gardner at Volunteer Ridipast. We can protect your home from termites without drilling your concrete or destroying your lawn with our exclusive Termador HP2 treatment system.
We have so much confidence in this system, we back all of our treatments with our unmatched 5-year, 100% money-back guarantee. No one else in Chattanooga does that.
Let the local guys protect your home. Google Volunteer Ridipast or call us today.
No bug will survive. Call 698-7205.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And here's your current Vascular Institute temperature.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tell us about these offerings with the information technology programs.
Sure. Be glad to. We have two brand new information technology associate applied science programs that have started up last fall, so back in August. One of them is in cyber defense. It's a very high demand field out there all across the world, actually. The second one is the Systems Administration and Management Associate of Applied Science. That's designed for those that want to be more in the management of a commercial network. Both of those AASs also have embedded certificates. So if you're not sure if you want an AAS, an Associate of Applied Science, you can start out in one of the smaller, lower credit hour certificates. And those will transfer if they decide to. They'll transfer right into the Associate of Applied Science, so you wouldn't miss any courses.
All right, and tell us about the other program.
Well, those were the two. The other thing I wanted to mention is that those that are interested in applying for Tennessee Promise, the deadline is Monday, this coming Monday, October the 2nd. So you need to get your paperwork in for that. And the other thing I want to remind everyone is that registration is open now. You can apply now. It doesn't have to be an IT program. Any program at the college is open for application.
All right, and remind us how we can get in touch with you.
The best way is the main number on campus. It's area code 423-472-7141.
Robert Ewell with Cleveland State Community College. Professor, thanks so much.
You're sure welcome. Have a great day.
And you too, buddy. Thank you very much. It is 8:44, and we'll tell you what, we're going to go back to the music on Mix 1041. Sharon Marr, Executive Director of Mainstreet Cleveland, going to remind us about the change in the downtown Halloween block party, which this radio station, WCLE Radio, and Tom Rowland at that time helped form the block party with his friend Alan Jones and City Police Chief Arnold Botts at the time. But the tradition continues. It will look different this year. So more on that to come. Mix 1041 on the radio. Download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. And you can also see us on Mix TV at mymix1041.com. Back in just a few moments.
Even though the main force of the rain has kind of come and gone, we're still going to have wet roads for quite some time.
Absolutely. In fact, as we look at our road conditions right now, we're seeing wet everywhere, beginning to see that water receding from the roads if you're south of Fort Payne. But the majority of our area, it's still wet conditions, and we do have rainfall that is ongoing,